We are so similar in things that we would do that going in, we both knew that it was going to be very difficult for us to have a serious bone of contention. I'm glad that we talked about Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid because we fundamentally have to restructure those programs. He and I are consistent on that. How we specifically do it, there may be a few differences, but those can be worked out. So one of the main objectives that I had was for us to spend some quality time explaining to audiences more than a short soundbite answer in terms of those most critical things. Because if we do not get our hands around these programs, they call them entitlement programs, but for example, Social Security didn't start out an entitlement program. The bureaucrats changed it and started calling them entitlement programs over time. All the way back to 1935, I saw the original Social Security assistance program. They used to call it an assistance program, and it grew into an entitlement program. This is why we've got to fundamentally restructure them, which I believe that message came through loud and clear.
Mr. Cain, I want to ask you about Social Security. You wrote in 2005 that the Civil Rights Act did not apply to Social Security, that blacks and whites mandatory payroll tax deduction, the system by its very nature discriminates against black men and women. Do you think Social Security is racist?
Okay, you were doing okay until you asked that last part, okay? But I'm gonna let you go, and let me explain to you what that meant. And if you'd have done a little bit more research, you would have found what I was referring to. Since blacks and whites all are required to contribute the same rate to Social Security throughout their life, the life expectancy of whites is greater than the life expectancy of blacks, which means that, on average, blacks are subsidizing the whites to live longer. That was the point of that statement.
And you stand by that 2005 column?
I stand by that 2005 column. Let me repeat myself. Life expectancy, look it up. On average, blacks don't live as long. Whites live longer. And the point I was trying to make, that's the disparity. I don't believe Social Security was developed to be racist. That's a wrong choice of words. Because when Social Security was first developed, they were basically, betting that many of us wouldn't live a certain period of time. But I happen to believe that that's one reason I support personal retirement accounts, optional personal retirement accounts. Because then it's your money and it takes out that disparity due to differences in life expectancy. Okay?
Mr.